probably is Dave. And then when I look at the map draft here, we got Amazon Tunnel and Cup.
Mm-hmm.
His first two picks. Tunnel did get sniped.
Sadly.
But then I'm kind of thinking, would he have picked RF as well? But I'm not too sure. It could just be a bit of a bait. And there is a risk if you let it go past the first kind of round, the opponent or yourself might be able to pick it as well. So potentially for Noel, if it is Dave, having RF still alive and on the other side would be a major strength for him.
Yeah.
That's like another whole map for him.
That's a good point, because he did it, obviously. Noel did a very nice play. Was he Bengalis or was he Bohemians or something against Hermione? But anyway, he really outplayed Hermione on RF.
That was the Bengalis versus Lifts.
Yes, Bengalis versus Lifts. Yes. And
he
just looked so
lifts.
comfortable. Yeah. Again, yeah. Looked really good. Have you had migration yet? Yep, we've had migration actually a couple of times. 3 or 4 times, I think. Or at least 2 or 3 times. Had migration. And we've got that one again today as well. But yeah, sticking in the best of 5s, it's not too surprising. Going to see the similar maps fairly often. And next week, in the best of 7s, I think we'll have to start seeing the Arabia's, Islands, Chaos Pits of this draft a little bit more frequently, just purely based on the number of maps in the draft. So that might spice things up. People who've been avoiding those maps will have to come out of their comfort zone and play them. But for now, yeah, the best of 5s, the same maps being favoured, makes a lot of sense.
Yep, I'll agree.
And then,
should we just get fired straight into it?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about Civs at all, though?
I think Civs relatively straightforward. Like game 1, don't really see anything else apart from Burgundians, Poles, RF, Bohemians, Chinese, Cup. Migration could be a mix of basically going to be Persians, Portuguese for Brum. Byzantines, Italians for Noel. Mad Madness should just be Gajaras versus Huns. And then
they're very strong meta civs, right?
It seems like a relatively straightforward draft.
Easy to see where they could be played. Yeah.
And I'm guessing, gosh. I wonder if Hindustanis was just picked up to try and counter something at the end there, if that's a bait, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll have to find out in that.
We'll have to find out, and I think you're probably right. This could be a long series based on the caliber of player we're expecting, so maybe we should just jump into it and get going in this best of 5. Okay, I'm paused at 10 seconds.
Yep, me too. So, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Game 1, guys, between Noel Gallagher in the green as Poles with perfect house placement so far, and also in the yellow is Brum as the Burgundians. Burgundians versus Poles, a bit of a battle of the boom into Cavalier, I guess, is on the menu for both players. But yeah, 2 very, very strong civs for closed maps, and especially Burgundians on fortified clearing can make use of all 9 relics for their relic bonus, which is quite a nice buff for them.
Yep, and as you said, the houses next to TC for Noel, and it's very easy not to do that.
Yep.
Like, because the muscle memory is like so ingrained from like playing the game so much. It's just like automatic for a lot of people, just putting the houses in normal positions. So that tells me that Noel is an experienced Poles player.
Yes, I think that's absolutely right.
So then it kind of like, it does reinforce a kind of very strong in arena, or has at least a decent amount of experience playing them in those kind of settings. So it kind of reinforces the Dave.
Reinforces Dave. Yeah, I think that's definitely fair enough. I think it's much easier to know where to place your houses in a tournament setting because you're well, whenever I get polls on arena, it's because I've randomed into them, right? So like, oh, panic, and don't know what to do. But if you know that's your game plan going into game one, you're like, right, remember to build the houses next to TC. So I don't think that proves anything, but yes, I do think that is a good bit of intel. The lumber camp is a bit weird though, Paradox, or is that normal?
For who?
Noel's positioning of the lumber camp.
I mean, I kind of like it. You have just a bit better access to walls from here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's like barely another. It's like barely extra walking time.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like to me, it's fine.
Ooh, and actually taking the boar a bit later goes for the house instead of Folvark. So 4 on wood, and we're not making a Folvark just yet. This is interesting, actually. Is this a sign of a different build to a straight boom build?
Well, we'll soon find out. All the deer
Okay, here we
have
go.
pushed. Looks like we're going over now. Do we have attacks in yet from Brum? We sure do. Started some house walls to the right hand side, so there's 30 pop space available for Brum now. Won't be getting housed anytime soon. A little bit sloppy on the deer pushes. But already got the second boar in. As Brum.
Yeah, really motoring through that food. And I guess the typical. Well, Brum now looking forward with his scout, just to have a look around the side, and Noel's doing the same thing, so they're windmilling around each other. But I guess the typical idea with Burgundians would be to really try and get those relics. So that might require an investment here for Brum into Light Cav and Monk. I don't think he'll be able to get away with just blindly sending monks out. He'll have to go for some stable units, I suppose.
Probably going to be the same for both, right?
Same for both. Yeah. I think that feels reasonable. I like the relics on the outer ring. The relics are quite nicely positioned for Brum, I think. Especially the two on the left-hand side are very, very far away from Noel's base.
Yes. Like, typically they are like a little bit more directional to one of the players. I guess the ones on the right-hand side kind of just generated. I wouldn't say it's quite 50-50, but I guess this one that's furthest away on the right is pretty good for Brum as well.
Mm-hmm.
But players tend to prioritize the ones in the middle first, right?
Yeah, makes sense. There's more there for one thing, and they're just closer to both players, so you want to get those first. And it's one of these fortified clearing generations where the players haven't spawned directly opposite one another. There's a short way round and a long way round, and I think both players have scouted enough to find that, so they're aware of that. But yeah, it does mean that I feel like on a generation like this, the window of opportunity does open up a little bit to try something a bit more funky round the shorthand side. If you feel like you're in a losing late game matchup, you can go for that sort of siege push or castle drop push, because it's just so much easier to get there around the outside rather than having to go for something in the middle. Maybe we'll see Noel go for that.
And maybe not even like a desperation move, but just like a game winning move as well. If you have like control of the middle, and then like go into the right hand side with forward siege or forward castle just to cement the game. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Give yourself a push point into the back of the base. And honestly, it's probably one of the few generations where you could have went for like an early feudal approach and maybe went aggressive. potentially. It's not. It's always this. I feel like having no back walls has always been such a bait. I mean, I've seen some players do it, but you don't get this generation very often, where it's so lopsided.
Yeah, definitely. It's unusual.
I,
By the way, Paradox, I just want to call out Noel's build here. Look at this. 3 vills on stone, long distance mining 20 or 30 gold with the vill. This is and the barracks placement as well. This is a very tried and tested Poles build. Noel's got this down to a T. Hits feudal age at 11 minutes 45 seconds. Stable marketplace down instantly, and I think I trust Noel implicitly that he's perfectly going to have enough gold and food to pick up to Castle Age. Might be a little bit short, but yeah, very, very solid build from Noel here.
I think you needed 10 more gold.
Maybe so. Mining the stone, but yeah, a little bit dry on gold. Actually, that means Brum does click up first. Just waiting for that to trickle over. 200. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
But 17 seconds of idle, so it did trickle. What? Just needed to long distance 10 more gold.
Yeah.
It would have been absolutely fine. Both of them up. Market and stable. That's something we've seen a lot of last week as well. We actually seen a lot of market and blacksmithing games. But maybe this is a higher caliber player.
Yeah.
And the market, the preferred choice.
Yep. Think that does make sense. You know, as the people being knocked out, and only the strongest survive. I feel like market stable, does make a bit more sense. Blacksmith, are you realistically going to get forging or armor for your scouts? Probably not. So it's a bit of a redundant building for the time being. Market just a bit more versatile.
It's like 25 extra wood, you know, like.
Yeah,
surely
a little bit.
Surely the builds aren't that tight.
Yeah.
In terms of wood.
Think not.
So Brum's actually gated to the right hand side here, so might be prioritizing some of these early relics. Does have vision on them, from what I can see. Oh no, it's actually only get vision on the left. But has the gate anyways. Maybe has something in mind with that.
Well, he knows it's the shorter way. So yeah. Lightcav Monastery. First 2 things to do in Castle Age for Brum. And I assume Noel has the same plan in mind, although no monastery just yet, actually. Ooh.
No. Whitecav on the way. Get prioritizing eco upgrades. I actually was gonna get Bowsaw, then decided no. And here comes the monastery now. So the build is a little bit scuffed. And here comes Bowsaw now. Okay. So use the market a little bit. Buys for the monastery. Gonna get some more farms down. And another reason to confirm his Dave is by seeing the farm placement and knowing that all the farms are absolutely perfect. Since Dave had a bit of a Dave Dave didn't have a Dave moment. Dave had like a Flux moment or a superhero moment.
Yeah.
And didn't know that the farms didn't need to touch.
Yep. It does look a much nicer, but yeah, obviously in Discord a while ago he thought that you had to have them absolutely tessellated around the mill, but it's not, or the full-work, but not the case. As Lightcav comes in for both players, and Brum though, this is the power of Burgundians. Paradox. 2 TC, Lightcav Monk, equal numbers. Versus just the one. It's just the eco from Burgundians is that bit better. But actually, wow, no, the res collected is in his favour, I guess, just because of the
farms.
The farms. Yeah, wow. That's
and the gold as well, coming in from the stone.
Oh, true, of course, the gold from the stone.
Noel's going to pick up the first relic. And I think if he gets a block here...
Oh boy. No, wait, this one gets a conversion. It's going down. Might pick off a straggling Lightcav, but no, it doesn't look like it. And both players place another TC, but this is not Brum's third and Noel's second. So yeah, keeping the advantage there is Brum. And Brum actually, like you said, Paradox, he's going out to the right-hand side. Pick up these relics, which are easy pickings, right? The players have walled off their sides. Well, at least Noel has walled off both of his sides, but Brum hasn't walled off the left-hand side. But is the longer way. And yeah, there's no light cav here, nothing to disrupt, so just, yeah, pick off that relic and thank you very much.
And that's looking like 3 relics already for Brum. And long term, Burgundians with lots of relics is going to feel really good. And potentially the 4th one on the way here. Let's see if Noel's been attentive to the minimap. I'm not sure if they have the scouting on that relic. And I don't think they did, so they didn't even see that relic's been picked up by Brum outside of the wall. Didn't scout all of the middle of the map here, so to me that's a little bit of a misplay as well. Noel might be 1 relic here.
Well, he's surely going to get 2. No way he doesn't get this one.
Oh, sorry, that one's coming in already. Yeah, okay, 2.
Yeah.
But I don't think gonna get any more than that.
No, does have a scout out on the relics over the left-hand side, so you can see those exist. Does take a nice fight against the light cav, picking off 2 of those quite cheaply. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Paradox. Well, if nothing else, and in fact, Brum's coming forward now for those relics at the left. There is a scout there, or a light cav, lying in wait. But it's definitely going to be a victory for Brum in the relics collected.
Where's the scout?
No.
Make it two monks here.
Brum's not noticed. The scout now attacks, picks off 1, and the other one's surely going to die. Yep.
Nice.
Really nice. 200 gold down the drain. That's the results from the poll come in, and sorry, Paradox. The results from the Twitch chat poll come in, and they think that we're up against it's Steak versus Dave, but Other did tie with Dave. Interestingly,
good to be the king.
That's a safe bet, I think. And for some reason, Brum actually noticed that another relic. Another monk was getting sent to the relic, and is now on the way back. He's waiting for the scouting party, but Noah's also reinforced the position. There's 12 light cav here. There's only 8 for Brum. And the walls are up now, thankfully. Well, just about. Brum is not expecting to see 12 light cav.
No, he was not. And also, you see that wolf killed a villager?
I got woo.
Yeah, Brum's not got loom. And took a fight against the Vill.
God.
Obviously could have just built a palisade underneath it, but took a fight against it and lost. Which is kind of sad, but obviously it's not as bad as it could have been.
Hang on, didn't de-aggro it?
No, didn't de-aggro it.
Okay, we'd really need to get deep into when this series was played and work out if there was like common knowledge then.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh my god, Brum taking a bad fight actually against the light cav. Cannot take that one. The Imp's on the way. Imp is on the way for Brum. Okay, that's a big deal. Noel's shortly hot on his heels, but is still a little bit behind, and actually it's archery ranges from Noel Gallagher. So is that hand cannon play? Poles get hand cannon?
Arb, potentially?
Oh, arms. Ooh. Do they get hand cannon or not? I genuinely don't know.
I think
they do.
I actually don't know because it's not something I've seen too many times.
Typically, you either get one or the other. Usually, I think. So I feel like if they get arbs, then they'll just get arbs. But maybe that's not true. I
feel like we're more likely to see
fletching and archers on the way. There we go. So yeah, it will be arbalest.
I feel like more likely to see arb or just skirm with pole.
Yeah, and Brum's making his intentions very clear. Forward with the Vills and the light cavs, and this castle will not be denied at all. No chance of that, but obviously Noel will want to say something about it with a castle of his own and maybe some bombard cannons. There a university up for Noel? There actually is... Oh, there is a university. Yes, there is a university. So I suspect we'll see chemistry very shortly after reaching the Imperial Age for Noel. But yeah, Brum's going to beat Noel to the punch. 20 seconds until Imp comes in for Brum. And Halb's Trebs is to play for Brum.
looks likely. Castle's still a couple hundred stone away from Noel. I'm just getting into Imp now, so I might not be rushing it. Priority's probably going to be bombard cannons. Same thing for Brum, chemistry on the way as well. Would be expecting forward siege shop pretty soon. Light cabs are in the middle now for both, and yeah, it is quick chemistry from Noel. Yeah, not rushing the castle at all. 2 siege workshops in the back. Once they get bombard cannon numbers. And very patient stuff from Noel here.
Yeah, just soaking the pressure. It feels like this is an experienced play as well, right? Not panicking. He's been here before. The arbs, though, well, I should say the crossbows. They haven't got the arbalest upgrade yet. So I feel like this light cav might be able to do something, although still probably going to be a tough fight, especially with light cav from Noel in support. Halb tech has come in for Brum. Cavalier's on the way as well, and scale barding armor, so not just purely relying on the infantry. But the Trebs and... oh, well, hello. Oh, wow, okay. Another castle and actually a siege workshop. So it's going to be Trebs and bombard cannons and Halbs and Cavalier from Brum. Is
probably
not
Paladin as well.
back. Yeah, and Paladin shortly after. So Noel, he's going to try and soak pressure as long as he can, but he is going to get suffocated quite quickly here.
Yeah, big castle in the back is a very experienced arena player right there. Got to prioritize the safety of it so you can get Trebs out. And is. Ballistics on the way now for the crossbows. Arb as well. Okay, nice. Not even second armor actually in for the cap yet. Brum. The Trebs are out. Bomber cannons are on the way. Noel must be a little bit scared. And we do have the ranges forward, which are going to have to get remade as well. So that is something else. But 2 bomber cannons are out from Noel. You know,
Okay,
30 arbs.
That's a lot of arbs. You actually did a good job there to reposition the tech of the arb upgrade. So it was in the range which was about to die. Brum turns his target now to the monastery, which has 4 relics in. Noel has some monks nearby, and I think we'll have to just yoink those relics and put them somewhere a bit safer. There's the monastery coming up in the back.
Ooh. Popped out at the front.
That's unfortunate. Has the chance now to just snag some of them. Yeah, 4 bomber cannons, 26 arbalesques. Only 1 range. He has more ranges coming up the back. Is there anything happening around the sides? Not really. There's stone walls from Noel, but this is all focused down the middle. Both players.
Yeah, both players seem pretty content with that. Like, Brum's waiting for Paladin now. +4's coming in as well. Noel's getting some cap upgrades too. So might try and add in a bit more Hussar here. If you can get it to Winged Hussar with the unique tech, we'd feel pretty good, but I was going to go for Schlagta instead. Okay. Moving the relics back, very good. Done a good job to actually get 4 relics in the end. I am concerned for the farming economy because it's like it's all in this kind of like micro area. There's 1 more full work to the left hand side. If you get pushed off, if you get kicked off your farms, you are going to be a bit fucked.
Yep. And this, I think, Noel recognizes that. It's a really good job just to bring those bombard cannons forward. Feels he had enough there to make something happen. Brings the bombard cannons forward and kills those Trebs, which just slows Brum down a tad. Means he can pick up those relics and stop the push through his base. There's a lot of gold, 5,000 gold in that gold mine, which is very, very exposed, and that could hurt Noel quite a lot. Obviously, Schlagta will help, but he does want to make gold units. He's going to need access to that gold, which is very precariously positioned at the front of his base.
Look at the farms in the back. Well,
yeah,
this is muscle memory right here.
Yep.
Only someone that thinks you have to have perfect farms would consistently do perfect farms.
Okay, well here we go. Big engagement. The Paladin is in, and the units go into split formation to try and surround the Arbalest, but they microed back very nicely. The stable and houses providing some hard cover for those arms on their retreat out of the danger zone. Sniping away those halberdiers. And now the army from Brum has to run away, but actually, ooh, it repositions and goes back around, and Noel Gallagher calls the GG.
There's like 30 paladins on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, people like Burgundians, no bloodlines. I think the typical like low elo chatter thinks like Burgundian paladin aren't very good because they don't have bloodlines. Then they just forget that paladin is just very good even without bloodlines. Well played from Brum.
Yep.
Got the
Very,
paladin,
very nice.
got the help. Even with the kind of sloppiness of losing the trebs. But Burgundians is sick.
Yeah, and I think it shows. I mean, maybe Noel had so much experience with Poles that he realised that there's nothing he could do against Burgundians. That position just tapped out, goes on to the next game. Fair enough. Yeah, tough against Paladin.
Yeah, and I've like Burgundians was prioritised from Brum here in the draft. It was drafted number 1.
True.
So maybe realistically, what civs do you really have to counter Burgundians at this point? It feels like it's a really tough matchup, regardless of who you draft. And Noel didn't prioritize the map until later on. Didn't pick in polls, so it wasn't potentially a map that he said, like, I'm gonna go absolutely gunho for this one. But if it is Dave, probably a map that he was hoping to do well on.
Yeah, I think so. He'll be probably disappointed with that one. But he gets to pick. And Paradox, do you reckon we'll see Noel Gallagher pick Fortress in the next game? Maybe he doesn't want to go quite into that after Fortified Clearing.
That would be the game we're playing on. That would be the game we're playing.
Let's have a look. What we got next? No, not going to be Fortress. It's not going to be Registered Fortress. It's going to be Cup.
Yeah, and like we said, we have like 2 clear cut, like kind of like water hybrid subs for both. You got Persians, Portuguese, Italians, Byzantines.
Yep.
And I think for migration, Italians makes more sense. Although Italians seem to have been struggling at the pro level recently.
That's right. Herod did a Byzantine play, right? Or someone did a Byzantine, which played really well.
Byzantines have been playing really well. I think Byzantines just suit better for the fires, which are more likely to get played in Cup. And then for Brum, I guess you could play either of them in migration, but Persians may be a little bit weaker because of the monk play, which you really like on migration in the mid. So maybe Portuguese would be the one there.
Sorry, why are Persians weaker because of monks?
You don't get redemption.
I see.
And monk play is huge on migration.
Well, we've seen that play out many times, so in that case, I completely agree with you. Yeah, so I reckon Persians, Byzantines feels quite strong.
Yeah. You could easily interchange the civs for Noel, though. But I do think it makes more sense in Cup for Byzantines, just for the fire play.
Yeah. There's nice and close space. The fires, it is a kind of dream map for fires, and the Byzantine fires are just super solid.
Okay, I'm gonna get loaded in. I'm gonna get paused at 10 seconds.
Perfect. Is Persians coming on Cup?
There's no reason they can't be very good.
Yeah, they got the faster working TCs and docks, and the more HP TCs and docks, and both of those buildings are going to be working and potentially dying to mangonels on this map. So I feel like it's a great chance to use that bonus. they've got very good economy, with the TC bonus acting a bit quicker now as well. Haven't got such a need to go for the monk redemption play, and we haven't ever seen anyone go Savire yet, but maybe this isn't the map for it. But if you can get that central control of the gold island, you can do a really good job. Also, yeah, Dave mentions a great point. You can just do a very low pop douche. You know where your opponent is. They're very close to you.
You do know where they are.
Good idea. Alright, should we get on with it, Paradox?
Yeah. When
10
you're ready.
seconds. Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. And game 2 of this series will be between Persians and Byzantines. Brum in the yellow again in the south of the map, and Noel in green again north. And has a very unfortunate berry gold interaction there, which is slightly unfortunate for Noel, but I guess it's not really an admin worthy, but yeah, it's sad for him.
Certainly like 2 tiles.
Yeah.
It's not that important, to be honest. And would say in like a crazy situation you do get forwarded, you're probably not taking your berries super early.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have the berries like in mid feudal age. Being able to tower 2 resources like that would be actually kind of nice.
Oh yeah.
Like you'd be getting 2 for 1, essentially, if you needed to do that.
Yeah, that would be huge. I feel like Brum is too classy of a player to go for the douche, but maybe that's not true. It doesn't feel very Brum-like.
No, I don't think Brum's a risk taker like that.
No.
Not after what we saw in game 1.
No,
okay,
exactly.
Noel's coming forward. Well.
Oh boy.
And 1 board's already been taken, so we are going to look for something here. And I don't think we're going to find anything.
Well, let's see.
Maybe the Vel going to the wood line.
I was going to say. Sees the wood line. The Vil as well just popped into vision. Noel's still hunting for that boar, I suppose, but going the wrong way for that, unfortunately.
These wood lines are so far away for Brum.
Yeah, they are. They are in Narnia, actually. That's crazy. It's very unusual. And actually, Noel...
Second boar coming in.
Feels like Noel's going to go home and push some sheep, actually. So, somewhat half-hearted, lame attempt from Noel, to be fair.
Man, if Noel pushes some sheep, I'm going to lose my mind.
Pushes deer. Oh, did I say sheep? Oh, boy.
Now I've just got like the mental image of like pushing sheep into the TC.
Can you imagine that? You send it close, then you task the sheep forward a bit. Send the scout close, task the sheep forward a bit.
Okay, dogs are up for both, and we finally have a game. We have opposite pawns.
I know.
So the
feels rare now.
The fish should be relatively safe for a little while. The scouts are going to be pushing deer. They're not going to know where the opponent dock is. So let's see if they double down on their own pond, like blindly. The scouts come forward and are able to confirm the dock on the other side if we're going to go aggressive on there. But I think it's probably too good. Like, why would you not just double down to begin with to make sure you defend your fish?
Yeah.
Would be my kind of question.
For Brum, you mean?
For both of them, to be honest. Like, why would you not just double down to defend your fish?
Well, I think the thing is, it's it's one of those interesting like mind games that you can play on this map where there's the separate ponds, because the Byzantine player is going to want to use their fire galleys to kill the enemy fish. So why not place your dock in the southern pond where it's small, much smaller, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the question is, well, Brum knows that, so Brum's just going to put the dock in the northern pond. So then should you put your dock in the northern pond? But you want to secure the southern pond, so then are you going to place 2 docks, 1 in each pond? And then it's like, well, Brum could just put 2 docks in the northern pond, actually win that, and at the same time secure the gold. So the whole, like, there's a lot of permutations you got to run through, I think, when you're deciding on the dock placement. I feel like Noel's made a good choice just because Brum, I think, would be too scared to place a dock in the south just because of how strong those fire galleys are. It just feels very risky to knowingly place a dock in a tiny pond like this. So Noel's essentially got free fish, but if Noel wants to go for the navy, I would probably say that he should only bother building navy in the northern pond. That's my instinct anyway. Because yeah, look, 2 dock investment from Brum, right? So this is the thing: the docks work faster, and there's 2 of them. So I don't like. It doesn't matter if you're Byzantines; you just can't compete with that with 1 dock.
Yeah, but it just makes too much sense to not double down and go like 2 dock defense, like to protect your fish.
In the southern pond.
For nearly for either player.
Mm.
Because it's just gonna protect your eco so much better. And Brum is adding galleys, okay. Noel is adding that second dock in the northern pond a little bit forward.
Yeah. Has Brum scouted that? He's not quite scouted that. Noel's gonna lose the scout though, stuck in his own corner of the wood line there. No, does just about manage to get away, but yeah, lost a lot of HP on that one.
Okay, for Noel here in this northern pond in the dock, I'd really love him to mass up fires.
Okay. I like that.
Brum does not see that dock at all. It's going completely undetected. Oh, and there's the second dock, but he's going to see it now.
Gives the game away a little bit.
Just build next to your initial dock, I think. I'm gonna go for it now. Now it's been spotted.
That is
the
really
galleys
sad.
can deny it.
Yep, that really hurts because the galleys, perfect choice from Brum actually. Deny the villager from placing a second dock. I think the scout as well can help out. This Bill's surely gonna die. Nothing that she can do to escape. So
yeah, she's dead.
2 docks against 1. Fire's obviously very strong, but 2 docks against 1. I reckon Brum is going to be happy with that situation.
Yeah, and there's like 33% in that dock now. Are you going to delete it or are you going to commit? Send another villager out? I doubt it. You probably want to get some control back. Like I said, you probably have to mass fires. Okay. No, is. Gone onto the berries now as well. Is going to be fully walled at home. And yeah, both players very content with playing water at the moment. Brum's also going to the berries. So no line transition just quite yet.
Oh, actually a dock placed for Brum in the south. No fear of the Byzantine fires. He's going to go for that dock, and Noel will spot this. So Brum, well, the docks have more HP, I suppose, so maybe he won't be too afraid. But yeah, this is just going to be a nuisance for Noel to deal with, I suppose, rather than a really big attempt to try and win the southern pond, because...
No, you just want to kill the fish. That's the thing.
Yeah, you just want to kill the fish and get out there. Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was saying for both players. I think the safe option is just to always go for like the second dock. I guess for Byzantines, you could potentially argue you'd be fine, like 1v1 in a fire war.
Yeah.
But the ecos feels too good, and I don't know. I don't mind the first dock from Noel or the second dock. The first dock in Feudal Age generally coming forward. But just kind of unfortunate at timing and getting spotted. We get 3 fires and don't know if it's enough. No fledging yet though.
Oh, here it comes.
We could get another dock up from Noel.
Yes, we did get on the dock actually. So 4 fire guys, is that going to be enough to take out 8 galleys? Maybe. They all fight, but they're not all together. don't
You
think
need
it
to
would
chip
be
a lot of
anyway.
damage. You need to chip some damage, repair them, and then come back for and try and get a good surround. But this one galley is not going to get... The fire galley's going to get nothing. Going to the
Yeah.
left. The dock is still alive though, Walt. The one on the left-hand side as well. So there is still 2 docks remaining for Noel. For the meantime. Fletching's in now.
Yeah, and
Noel's...
it's just...
Sorry, Noel's just got to be super careful with the fire galleys here. And not waste them.
Definitely. I'd like to see a Vil come out for repairs, maybe, to be honest. Like you say, just chip the damage off, repair, chip the damage off, repair. It will be worth it. It would be very, very worth it to win this pond, sorry. And Noel, to be fair, has kept Brum honest in the naval production, and you can see that with less investment, Noel's actually achieved a good amount of investment from Brum, which has resulted in the click up to castle age happening at 17 minutes 30 for Noel here, whereas Brum is quite far behind, although Persians, of course, got more Vils and the TCs work quicker, so it's a bit of a tricky one, because their economy probably is going to be better in early castle age anyway, despite clicking up later. But yeah, it depends on the timing, I suppose. Depends on the timing, how long it takes.
Yeah, and like long term, galley line isn't something you particularly want to invest in as Persians. Already did put some fire galleys in the south here. Good fire galley micro from Brum. Repair villas there.
Repairs.
So we'll clear that up. Like too many issues. Noel's going to continue to fight. Noel wants a war galley. Wants more fires out.
This is tough though. This is really tough because Brum has achieved a ball of galleys on the north and the nuisance fires on the south, which are going to kill the fish. So we're kind of in demo territory here, it looks like, for Noel on the southern pond. The northern pond still going for the fires. Well, okay, actually, to be fair, Castle comes in, and then I guess with War Galley upgrades, is there anything these galleys can do? Not really. In the north.
If you get a surround, it's going to be very tricky for Brum.
Yeah.
And I guess we're going for the War Galley in the south. Yep. So the production's still in the northern docks here. That's nice. TC getting added by Noel. And Brum's actually in panic mode.
You reckon?
They're actually dropping a... Look at home. Look how much... They're actually dropping stone walls everywhere.
Oh boy.
That's crazy. I'm surprised they're expecting land pressure like that. Playing up against Biz.
Well, the thing is it panic mode or is it, right, bloody hell, this is going to go late and just get them down now sort of thing?
Potentially. Buys the stone enemy.
Demo coming in for Brum. Demo is just running around. Big hit from the demo. But thing is, in all that time jiggling the demo around, the galleys have taken a lot of damage and actually not even bothering with the War Galley upgrade. Instead, double TC addition, monastery for Brum as well. And both players have set up nice walls. It looks like they'll be trading ponds here, and actually the player who started out on each pond is going to lose that pond. Brum will take control of the south, and it looks like Noel's got control of the north now. Which is well, not arguably, I think it's definitely the more powerful one with the gold access as well.
I think Noel's actually got the south pond as well.
Ooh, yes, pops out this fire. Sorry, I didn't see how many fires are inside that dock. Yes, a lot of fires there. A lot of fires.
And Byzantine fires just ripped. And it doesn't help that Brum's fires have been tasked onto the dock. And Noel's actually got a villager behind there repairing the dock at the same time. So yeah, we'll have total water control. It's going to be 3 TCs for both. No sign of a monastery from Noel either. Okay. And actually trickling in some more fish now. Now they know they have the water without too many issues.
Yep, definitely. The monks are going to get some conversions potentially on these fires, or at least they're going to stop Doc from dying, actually, or maybe they're not. Monk's gonna go for relic and ignore those fish, those chips. So that's fine. The docs do go down.
Honestly, I'm fine with just like forgetting about it. Doesn't make too much of a difference at this point.
These houses are in range. Okay, no.
Okay, decides to go for it.
So close to the monastery, but there we go. Pops that one off. I guess the thing is with the situation of the game now, Paradox. Both players are booming up on land. Noel's adding some fish on the water. Where do we go next here? Obviously, Byzantines get the cheaper Imperial Age, and they're on stone, so could go for that quicker pike or Hal Treb play. Is that the plan for Byzantines, or what can Persians do against that? It feels like they have the stronger, very long-term economy, but the timing that Byzantines can achieve should just be superior. And they've got the full map control, so they can place a castle forward and get those Trebs working right away.
Yeah, probably is what you're gonna go for, is Biz. Persians do get hand cannon, though.
Yep.
And they're gonna have they're gonna have a stonking eco though. Look at the eco already.
I know. The farms, lovely amount of farms placed really nicely around the PCs. Heavy plow coming in for that. 10 vills on stone. Tons of wood in the bank. It honestly might be a case of Persians picking up first. Actually,
like
despite the
food bank is good. Yeah.
2,000 res, actually 1,500 res collected ahead.
Let's have. I mean, it was a 10 vel lead just a couple minutes ago. It's pushing 15 now. Like the TCs are absolutely pumping them out.
Yeah.
And just being annoying with the monks in the front. There's 3 monks here. Picked up a couple of relics, so that's also another couple of L's when you think about it. And it is prepare an imp. Both players thinking about the same thing.
Yep.
I think Brum clicks first. Just selling a little bit of wood. Yep.
There we go. That's quite big, actually. That's really big.
My goodness.
And also, Paradox, he's got the stone for a castle, which is huge, because if he can place that castle before Noel gets an annoying castle up on his face, looks like he's just earmarking some space for that one. Goes for it there on the marsh. Noel's coming forward. Oh, where's Noel going? Oh, he's going out for the gold on the left-hand side, so he's not going to see this. He's not going to see this castle before it's too late, I think, because the monks are there to convert the fire ships. And yeah, this is what I mean. Tried to place that castle on his TC, but that was a little bit too late. A little bit too late. It's not going to go up there. Has to place it further back. Also up to imp later. So this could turn from a dream into a nightmare for Noel if the Persians just proving ridiculous in the hands of Brum.
We see Hal already being prepared by Noel. Do we have any idea what Brum's going for next? We only see the barracks. I think cannon is the obvious choice. We'll see if we see ranges next. Please tell me we're not going to see someone else going for Persian CA and imp again.
Well,
please.
There's another unit they get, which is made from the castle, and is extremely strong, but very weak to pikemen. But I don't think we'll see it, but I'd love to see some elephants.
Okay, and ranges are coming up. Should be an instant chemistry click. 2 Trebs in the queue. Get to see chemistry. No, gonna be able to afford. Yeah, there's chemistry now. Should be able to afford some Trebs as well, but not quite just yet. Going for it. Still waiting for imp. It's gonna be 2 castles for Brum.
Yeah. This is really rough. But Noel's making a big push to come back on water now. Oh, it's Dromans, of course. The Byzantine Dromans. Can they take castles out or no?
If you have enough of them, sure. I mean, the castles only have 4,800 HP. they take a lot of damage. Like they deal a lot of damage very quickly.
Well, that's going to be the plan from Noel here. We got 7
Oh my god, the fire ship. The fire ship. Next to Brum's base.
Oh.
New and improved pathfinding. Wee.
It's searching for north on Banji's explanation.
Oh
of how
my
the map looks.
Jesus. Yeah.
The Dromans, oh my god, they outranged the castle by so much without Bodkin, I guess. Razor. Oh, and the monks can try and convert them. Run away, Dromans. Oh,
They get
nice shot.
swatted.
Holy crap, this
Byzantine
castle is
castles,
going
man.
down.
They've got a lot of HP though, so it is soaking a lot of damage. Dromans are on the way. What? Honestly, if there's Dromans in the middle here, the hand cannons might struggle to move out. They're gonna have to like
100%.
rotate all the way around to the left, and the castle does go down from Brum.
This is really tough. The hand cannons are out now, but I don't quite know what they're
Trebs
supposed to
get
do.
Oh, they want the halves.
They want the halves, but they're gonna get splattered, aren't they? Okay, nice split micro. Okay, oh, okay. They do a lot of damage, these hand cannons, to the ship.
Yeah, they still have good damage output, but there's 5 of them here now. And like it's hard for the hand cannons to get close. Attack ground.
They've done a
The
good
Romans
job,
are
actually. Not taking much
Yeah.
damage at all.
Oh, treb shots.
Oh, yes, the Trebs doing a great job. The Dromans unleash a volley. Have to pull back a little bit. Need more of those in the queue. 50 vills on wood from Noel Gallagher and barely having enough to keep everything going. Shows just how expensive the navy is. And the players pretty much evenly popped as each other. Nice split micro from Brum. Just to escape. As these Dromans have to run away from the hand cannons. Yeah, it's a real cat and mouse game in the middle now. The land versus the water. I feel like Noel Gallagher's in the... Well, it's much easier for Noel Gallagher to play this because those Dromans seem so powerful, and if Brum takes their eyes off of the hand cannons for 1 second, it feels like we're going to lose a lot of hand cannons and just 1 or 2 volleys from those Dromans. Already lots of weak ones in there.
Yeah. And look at the halves. The halves are just waltzed straight into the base. Well, they're not halves, they are pikemen. And normally they don't even have forging, and they don't have the second armor. So they're not going to be the best way.
Oh my god.
I actually don't know how long it's going to take for Brum to notice. Poor Brum is too busy microing his heart out to these Dromans. Puts the castle up in response, does notice now. The Dromans still dealing some damage to the castle. And Brum is under pressure here.
He is. He really is, yeah. And to be honest, Paradox, I think that was a bit of a genius play from Noel because the pikemen are kind of useless anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well just distract. Their main use there is just to distract Brum for a couple of seconds, and now he's pushed forward on the navy again. So, and they're so cheap. You can build an army of 20 pikemen again for peanuts.
Yeah, and I kind of like that Noel didn't end up getting help either, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, nice volley. Cannon. How did Noel let Brum get all 5 relics? Ooh.
Noel didn't play for relics at all.
He didn't play for him at all.
Whereas
That
Brum
is a good point, though.
Brum went with the Insta Monastery, and that's a big amount of Dromans now. They're about to get affected by chemistry. How much attack does it add? Not entirely sure.
There's 1, right?
Let's see.
51 instead of 50.
I mean, that's what happens with Trebs, but is it the same for Dromans?
Well, why not?
I mean, I don't know. Why would there not be more?
Oh,
See, I can do that as well.
Fair enough. Help actually comes in now for Noel, but haven't really got many on the field at all. Is she about to complete? Yeah, 51 attack now.
51 it is.
Makes the projectiles look much cooler though. And
It does.
the barracks are now spammed down in the marsh on the northern pond. I'd love to see Noel get a foothold in the... He's got 1900 stone, right? Let's get a foothold on the central island of that lake, because I think it would go up, and it would be a really nice pushing point for Noel on his quest to take back this lake and secure that gold for himself. Brum's actually thinking about a counter-attack around the right-hand side. Has some hand cannons set up there. As Noel's losing some bills to wolves in the north.
Oh god.
Yeah,
that is a big stone bank.
Yeah,
From Noel.
2100 stone.
What are we doing with it?
Well, we've got to place a castle. Oh, nice quick walls from Noel. That's that outpost, which I guess with the Byzantine outposts are ridiculous. But yeah, sees those hand cannons from a mile off and had got the skirmishers back and pulls the vills away. Really good awareness and reactions from Noel there to deal with that. But meanwhile, his main focus is on the push he's doing on that northern lake. Really good job from him. But yeah, I'd love to see him secure that with a castle or 2 or 3 castles in that lake and really secure it, right? Why not? You've got the stone.
And like the Romans aren't going to hit the castle at home from Brum.
No.
I guess the question for me is, what is Brum thinking his next steps are here? And he's going for Hussar.
Hussar. He's going to try and raid his way out of trouble here, which could be an idea. Vills are coming forward, actually, to the northern side now, on the left. And I guess they're going to place some forward stables, so outposts are coming up for the Persians. They're going to see this mining camp and built on stone.
Bro,
very big
stone.
army.
Come on.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that is ridiculous. You need to spend some of that just sitting in the bank.
We have like
43
4 castles in the bank.
Yeah.
Byzantine castles. Like,
Yeah, Byzantine
literally
castles.
the
Yeah,
best,
yeah.
the best generic castles you can get. And oh, come on, Dave, what are you doing, man?
Chasing those vills down in the north is Noel, and here we go. Castle placed just to secure that central gold island with treadmill crane and forging on the way. Deletes a couple of ships, so he is going to go more into that land play now, and I think that's probably the right choice. He's achieved everything he needs to, or everything he can, on the navy. And now it's time to turn the screw on land. Byzantines obviously excel in this late game position, and it's well, it's not even a trash war, but you can just spam full trash and accompany it with a couple of gold units. And yeah, castle going on the right targets the gold and farming eco, which looks like Brum's not quite spotted yet. Brum all in on the Hussar play with loads of hand cannons in support, but just needs to kill 1 hand cannon in exchange for 3 halbs or 3 skirms, and it's a good trade for Noel.
Treadmill crane, man. This is some serious gamering going on right now.
Yep. And castle placed at home for defensive purposes. Probably makes sense.
Yeah. And that castle on the right is gonna go up, even with the 3 Vels.
That's very funny. The Vills pulled away though, so yeah, deletes the farm, pulls the Vills away. It's looking good for Noel, although the army numbers are looking very heavily in Brum's favour. 29
yeah,
or 3, maybe not enough.
I'm not overly concerned right now because of the control that Noel has with the castles and whatnot. Are we going to be able to push in here? There's still a lot of docks, and Brum's trying to push through the middle.
Yeah. Fire's just doing a great job of cleaning up those units as they try and go through, run that gauntlet down the centre of the map. Army numbers once again evening up. I mean, Noel's queue is constantly full of units. He's got 2,000 wood, 2,000 gold. Honestly, wouldn't hate an Arbalest play from Noel. He's already kind of teched into it for all the upgrades, so just needs crossbowmen and Arbalest. And that would be a very good push, indeed. Much better than Skirms at killing bills.
He's making the damn catters.
Oh, he's going for catters. He is going for catters. Well, he needs some more food for that, and he's adding farms at the north, sort of west hand side of his base, but Brum's added forward stable there. And he could get his eco raided quite significantly from this northern side. Spots it now. Bill's trying to do for some quick walls. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a frustration for him.
Yeah, I don't really understand making any cannons, to be honest. They're pretty tragic against hand cannon.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice.
Logistica as well, okay. Plate barding armor.
Okay. I mean, we have the
for
gold. We have the gold in the middle, or in the left-hand side, should I say, so might feel confident in going for it. I didn't see Elite come in.
I didn't either.
And nope, looks like it's just normal.
Yep. There's Elite upgrade in the queue. But this is, well, all the gold in the bank has been spent now on all these upgrades. It's very, very expensive to upgrade cataphracts. But, well, the upgrades are in now, I suppose, so those one-off payments have been paid. But yeah, just needs to find something here, Brum, because Byzantines are a fantastic late game Civ, but Persians are no slouches of their own, and Brum is doing a great job of holding here and just thwarting, and it's these raids around the left-hand side which just could swing the balance in Brum's favour if it continues for too long. But yeah, not having access to this central gold is huge, because Noel's always going to have that advantage of the gold control. The longer this game goes on, the more gold he'll have in the bank compared to Brum.
Yeah, like the market prices can only be good for so long, right? Here's the heavy demo finally coming in from Noel. Let's go.
That could do a lot of work, actually. These hand cannons step out of line. Tries to go to those Hussar, but tries to find them. The Hussar pop like that demo ship. Yeah, just waiting patiently, looks like, is Noel. He's in no rush. Just has to keep those farmers working and build up the food enough to get a decent number of cataphracts out in the field. He's pop cap at the moment, which is the biggest problem. Has 50 halberdiers. Halberdiers, the moment, kind of useless. They're just chasing slowly after Hussar that are running into his eco. So, yeah, we'd like to see him just delete a couple of those and get to work on the cataphracts, if that is the plan. Nice demo shot there on a lot of hand cannons.
Yeah, Noel is very relaxed at the moment. Brum just momentarily dropping below 150 pop. I mean, it's up to Brum to come and win this game now. So, like, no wonder Noel was feeling relaxed about it.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not the one really trying to, like, overextend or make something happen. He's more like saying to Brum, like, you're the one that has to come and kill me, so what are you going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure Brum has an answer.
Well, yeah, it's very, very tough. He's got no gold. The only gold income he has is from his relics. Every time he tries to go up to this gold at the left-hand side, Brum's there with the skirmishers, halberdiers, and cataphracts. The right-hand side, this gold is pretty exposed as well, so it is running on fumes, and every hand cannoneer that dies is another hand cannoneer which Brum has to spend his bank of gold on, which is dwindling down quite fast from the 600 it was a moment ago.
Yep.
And the army numbers
Greek
now are
fire.
2 to 1. Greek fire, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Fire, let's go.
Oh, the Droman could get a nice shot on the hand cannons. That's big. Another one of those would be in very, very valuable. Oh, the hand cannon's all dying. I think this might be Brum's final few moments. GG is called indeed, and Noel takes the game 2 and ties up the series. That was a nice
Brum's definitely not Dan, because Dan would never resign there.
one. Brum taking down. Yeah, true. Brum's first loss in the tournament, right? 3-0 against Adele. And the first loss of the tournament for Brum is against Noel Gallagher in game 2 here. He's just kind of outplayed. Felt like Noel had an answer for everything that Brum did. There was never really a moment where Brum was ahead, apart from very early Imperial Age, where it was 2 castles to 1, the Jeb's working away. But Noel had the answer for that straight away by going for the Dromans on reaching Imp himself. And yeah, it was just a very, very nice play from Noel to shut down that.
Apart from the dog moment.
Oh yeah, the duck.
I'm like, it was slightly shaky there from Noel for like that early feudal age, like having the dog denied, and like still like getting the other dogs down, overwhelming in both pawns, building up the numbers, and from that point on, just done very well.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to quickly jump to the loo. Well, it'll be 2 minutes, okay?
Okie doke. Okay, so I am pretty sure Dave is Noel, but I'm not sure if Brum is Hallis or Steak, to be honest. I don't know enough about the differences between how they would play to make a good, accurate call on that. Obviously, Hallis is in pretty good form at the moment. He just hit 2k3, right? So that's a big deal. But yeah, it's hard to say which we have here. But a big name is going to go out in the quarterfinals for sure. For sure. Don't see Brum ever losing their madness. I think that's probably fair enough. Because, well, Noel lost Land Madness to Liam Gallagher. No, sorry. Noel lost Land Madness to Hermione. So, Brum should be a really good candidate to win Land Madness. Probably is why they picked it in their 2 picks, to be honest. After they saw how Noel performed on the map. So yeah, maybe that comes into the way they decided to play that one out.
Right. I am back.
Hello.
I'm also paused at 10. I'm ready to go, so whenever you are.
All right.
Discuss anything else?
Nope, don't think so. And 3, 2, 1, go. And game 3 is live, and it is Gajaras versus Huns on Land Madness, the map which Noel lost in the round of 16 to Hermione Granger. He'll have to play again. And Brum has got the Gajaras, which are a very strong civ against Huns here. Feel like this is a really nice matchup for Gajaras, I would say.
Well, it's the same civ that Brum used last time, no?
Yes, it is. It is. Yes. Against Adele.
Yeah, eventually getting on to double gold. You were losing your mind over that second Camel Scout.
Yeah. I hope we see that again.
I'm still not overly convinced, but yeah. Sharamsh's here. If Noel wants to get to CA, could be a little bit of a problem.
This is the thing. Like you've got the perfect even camels. Like so camels against CA and the Gajara camels are pretty nice. Makes a couple of Shramshit in there, suddenly it becomes a really awkward proposition because you've got to micro the CA perfectly. Can't click the Shramshits, you've got to click the camels. And the Shramshits raid really nicely. Just such a perfect civ for this map.
Let's see what we get. We can see the 6 sheep already in the mill for Brum. If we see any more, I can certainly rule people out that it's not.
Ooh.
I know quite a few players have said that you shouldn't do any more than 6. A few people in the main event.
Okay.
I'm not sure if everyone knows or agrees with that, but I guess we'll find out. But both of them just pushing deer in the meantime. And just land madness things. I guess we should take a look at the maps themselves.
Yeah.
Walt, and what difference there is.
Well, the res positioning is one thing. I instantly see that both of Noel's golds are nicely tucked away in the back. Has forward berries though, and it's kind of the same thing for Brum, to be honest. The forward berries and the 4-tile gold is quite close, but a little bit off to the side, not quite as far back as Noel's is. And the wood line, so that is where the maps kind of differ. Feels like Noel's wood is a little bit more awkward. Very, very wide open spaces in Noel's map, whereas Brum has that slightly easier time of walling between the wood lines, even though it's never a perfect wall.
Walt Brum has went up to 8 sheep.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I won't ask you to say who that rules out, but does that cross some names off the list for you?
It gives me a name I was not expecting.
Oh boy.
Or a name that perhaps is not the name that everybody thinks that Brum is.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Is it breakfast?
It could be breakfast. Maybe it is.
Oh, 20 pot from Noel. Is that what he did last time on Madness?
I think so. I think that was one of those legendary 20 pop games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Brum is going...
Not the same for Brum.
No. 19 pop from Brum. Oh, Paradox. Bad news.
Oh, two of them are out now.
Yeah.
Oh! Interesting.
That
I wonder...
is interesting.
Okay, well that's throwing a spanner into the works. I wonder if they just do that for like some safekeeping. In case, I don't know, in case like a scout comes forward, I guess the sheep are going to be fine in there.
Yeah, also
Like,
you get like 2 food extra, right?
Yeah, it's like pretty negligible for what you get for being in there.
Well, they're right now, they're not even being eaten, so...
No, they're not. Like, but what you get from them is very little from being in. I think, honestly, the fact that you can't, like, if the scout for some reason is forward under the TC and they use, like, they get it in their line of sight and they do some dancing around and you kill the pigs, you'd be upset, so...
Yeah. That must be it. So long distance mining, 10 gold, I know what that means. Brum is going to go for the legendary play of the second Camel Scout. As Noel gets to feudal age himself and goes for the barracks and stable.
No done this last time. Paladin's super close to the TC. Like, super close. Like, just enough room for one. Like, the first kind of ring of farms. Like, I think you kind of want to have, like, at least 2 rings of farms around your TC for, like, ultimate safety, but...
yeah, maybe doesn't like feel comfortable with the having the buildings forward, I suppose. But
I just think it's kind of weird.
I think I agree. It is a bit weird. Here comes this second camel scout now. So it's 2 camel scouts on the field, and 1 scout on the field, and 1 in the queue as well.
So Spearman no for no.
Yeah.
So should be able to defend without too many issues.
Yep.
Or scholar
But it
for
makes
both.
it tough to attack. That's the issue. Brum, we saw 2 camels out from Brum before.
Farms are getting dropped nicely by Brum already. And here?
Well, this is exactly what we saw from Noel last time. 1 stable, 1 range, straight away.
The range is a little bit delayed, but it is coming now. And that villager's actually weak.
Oh, could have got that. I think if he'd surrounded on it a bit earlier, could have got that one. For sure. And nice work from Noel to just small in these res around the wood lines and the gold. Here comes the army now. 2 spearmen with 4 scouts and a 5th one on the way. Is a pretty formidable army for the Gajaras because camel scouts are useless against spearmen.
Yeah. They cost gold, so you don't really want to.
No, you don't want to waste.
You don't want to lose them cheaply to a spearman or to
No. Whereas you don't care too much about that with the scout cavalry, I suppose, if you get a good trade-off. The Vills, though, on the archery range are a little bit exposed. Spearmen have to be careful as town centre fire. Noel really sniffing around for an opportunity to do damage there, but couldn't quite find it. And Brum on the way back home now to defend. Archery range up for Brum, which I guess is to make some defensive spearmen. Skirmishes, sorry, against the spearmen. But, yeah, I mean, spearman scout is obviously a very good combination for Noel here, and he's got them forward in the base now, and that is a different proposition for Brum to deal with. The camel scouts are much less useful because they can't usher the scouts away from coming forward because they're already forward and the spearmen there to defend them. So yeah, neither player able to do damage right now.
This is something I've noticed from Noel in the last game as well. They group up their army like all together with different units. You see, like that the full army is just grouped together right now.
Yeah.
And that's very unusual for a player to do that.
Well, I know that Dave has rebound his drag click or something so that it by default selects all military, not selects all units or something. He's got a special way of selecting units, I know that much. He told it about that in the monk video.
Yeah, but Viper said it was good, so...
Yes, Viper did say it was good.
Or said that he liked it. I know someone else that does this, but I'm not going to say.
Ooh.
Or someone that I've seen do it before, and I'm kind of feel like it would check out.
Okay.
Get those vibes. But I don't know if the rest of the... I don't know if everything else checks out.
There's a lot of army here forward. There's 10 spearmen, 7 archers, and 9 scouts. I mean, that is a lot of units of different types. It's very, very tough to deal with this for Brum. He's got scout, skirm, and in defense. But if the spearmen micro nicely, and the camel scouts coming forward, actually, the archers can hit the camel scouts. The scouts might want to come into their own here and charge through on these skirmishes. They're just content now to take out the stable, looks like. It's going down quite quickly. Already got a third of its HP left.
Second range coming up from Brum now as well.
And it's got archers, looks like.
Should be. Deflection on the way from this army is giving me... Oh my god, this is giving me serious vibes right now. and it's not Atten.
The skirmishers are going down one by one here. The scouts have run away from the TC range. If Noel just sent one scout round, he would see that Brum's entire gold economy is exposed. And also there's Vils running around the wood line quite bouncily as well. And a tower actually placed down by Brum, which probably felt he was forced to do. Even though Noel's not threatening it, the risk is just too much. And placing it prematurely means it's definitely going to go up, and it's definitely going to protect that gold, which is a vital part of the economy right now. So good decision. And here comes Noel with that one scout just to investigate, and he'll find out it's a bit too late to the party.
I can't.
That gold.
I can't with this army. Okay, the scouts do get clicked away, and I think they might be control groups themselves. You can see Brum did have his range and had his cav on different control groups, and it looks like the scouts eventually get clicked away from Noel now. Very cagey, but not had a single villager die.
Yeah, that is rare for 20 minutes in a Land Madness Feudal Age. That is very rare. The KD itself is quite small, 7-3 in Brum's favour, but actually it's Noel's going to click up first, and Noel's got the larger army by a little bit. Just a little bit here. Bloodlines is not in, Armor's not in, Forging's not in, so these scouts are extremely weak, to be honest, and these archers will do a great job from Brum at killing both scouts and archers and spearmen. So yeah, Noel, unsurprisingly, is in full retreat mode. And, well, here's the thing, Paradox. As Huns, are we going Cav Archers or are we going Knights? Text into scale binding armor now. So maybe we're going for the Knights?
I think first and foremost, we upgrade our army. Even the Scout HP, like, I don't want to trade off too much here, but like, the Scout HP is still good enough to get Light Cav. Gonna get Crossbow. And then let's see, I would prefer just to mix in some Knights.
Yeah, he's coming up a minute ahead, so there's a minute for Knights to do some damage.
Knight Crossbow should be pretty slick against Gajaras as well.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
If you can do it.
And he's got a big army of both. Well, it's got not army of Knights at the moment, but it's got a lot of Light Cav, potentially. Scout Cav, obviously, now. And 10 archers, which is a nice number of archers to have. It is very strange to see them all not control groups into different groups.
It's so weird. This is actually... and I didn't notice this the last series. I don't remember seeing Noel play like this. But I noticed it in the cup game as well. It was like random bits of army, like the monk and a spear, maybe some like skirms, like grouped together and like moving extremely slowly. It was like, huh.
Liam's playing him instead.
And goes pikeman.
What?
I mean, I guess pikeman is cheaper these days, but that is a surprising upgrade to see.
He has got 9. So, I guess felt priced in. Darslage comes in now for Brum. Crossbowman instantly teched, and Bodkin as well. He's definitely got his priorities straight there. 18 archers are going to become Crossbowman with Bodkin Arrow in just a few seconds' time. Light Cav upgrade came in, but because they were stuck with the archers and pikes, they're so slow. But there's a hole. There's an overchop on the wood line. If these Light Cav get in here, it's huge. Brum's not noticing, and okay, they have to run away. And they do a good little dipsy-doodle round, beat the pile of wall and run out the other side. So nice work from Brum there. Actually going to clean up a lot of pikemen at the same time.
And the pikemen die. I really don't get the pikeman upgrade. No one with like so many crossbows in the field. Like, why haven't we upgraded the archers of like our own archers? It's super weird. That's super weird to me.
Yeah, there's a knight or two getting some nice damage on Vils underneath the town centre for Brum. These camel scouts have upgraded, and a couple more camels added, so the knights will not last too long in this world. Husbandry coming in now for Noel. But yeah, still yet to fully commit, it feels like. He's got second armor for these stable units. He's got knights in the queue, but it's a little bit lackluster, to be honest, because it's just, well, it's 2 stables, in fact, but the production is not quite there, and the Gajaras now come into element. It's actually camel crossbow from Gajaras, rather than knight crossbow from Huns, and the crossbowmen easily taking care of the archers, so that avenue is cut off for Noel. That was brutality.
That's a lot of dead bodies decaying into the ground.
And he comes forward
Yikes.
now, like, Brum's on the march forward. And how can Noel stop this? The army's just so much stronger.
I don't think there's a lot you can do now if you're only light cav and pikemen. We're still getting pikemen upgrades, we're getting squires. No,
Well,
and Brum's just
Squires
gonna
is
keep
actually,
making more and more crossbows.
Squires is upgrading the speed of the cavalry too, if they're grouped like this.
Fucking hell. Oh jeez. Actually true. And Brum's just gonna take this hill now.
Yeah, this is a tough hill to deal with because this range is right there. The blacksmith is right there. And all the farms are right there as well, and this wood line has to be evacuated by most of the vills on it. The gold mine is evacuated as well. Brum taking a really nice lead in the macro as well, it feels like. Just got the vill lead, and I think that's going to grow as the vills from Noel are going to be picked up one by one. Noel is kind of stuck under his TC at the moment. Doesn't feel comfortable in counter-attacking, I think probably wisely so. Hasn't got the army lead, so just can't take this fight, even with a defender's advantage. The farm's all being picked off. And Noel's waiting for more troops, but...
More expos just beating coming forward, like... Yeah, it's like... There's already like 8 camels in there.
Yeah.
20. Like this is like a good comp for Gajaras, but same thing for like Huns. You probably want double gold. But now we have pikemen, it's just like blah. We don't have any range play at all.
There's 15 knights and 12 light calves. Like, maybe this is enough, to be honest. I mean, I feel like you've got to do something. We've got husbandry as well, as Noel.
Hey, don't forget about bad pathing.
Bad pathing. Also, these camels in the back. 11 camels. Brum's just taking his foot off the gas a touch. He's just winding back a little bit and waiting because I guess he doesn't want to get dragged into something he can't get out of. There's the option for Noel, you know, Paradox, to go for Scorpions. Actually, here's a siege workshop. Scorpions, I would quite like here in a couple of months.
I think with this number crossbow, you maybe have to go for a mango.
Okay. Fair enough. Well,
But let's see, it does get denied in the meantime.
Yeah.
Brum is just being annoying.
Let's watch the raid from the light cav at the north for Noel Gallagher here. Because this could change the tide of this game. I think this is his last chance, to be honest. He's going to send some in on the wood line, but instantly spotted by Brum. The gold's the other target for Noel. Is that going to be denied? Nope. The vills and the gold are going to start to go down. And he has also got iron casting coming in, so this light cav will start to do a bit more damage. Vill numbers still ahead for Brum, excuse me, as the army was pulled back by Brum, but now it's going back forward because he realizes the threat actually isn't super potent. But a lot of vills do go down there, and Brum now is going to try and counterattack. Scorpion is out on the field for Noel. 55 to 38 army. Can we actually get something back here? The crossbowmen take a bad path back into the fight. Scorpion ripping through them, doing lots of damage, and actually Noel's turning a tide here. The camels have to turn around and fight. Crossbowmen taking big hits from the Scorpions, not putting on staggered, maybe it's a mistake. Here they go, stagger formation now. The camels trying their best against the knights, but simply a numbers game, and all the army's going to go down. Noel Gallagher finds himself with a Vill lead and an army lead. Yep. After all of that, that is a massive cleanup and just soaked pressure for as long as he could. Turned it around in one fight, very much like he tried to do on the Fortified Clearing game. And now he is cooking. He's on the way forward, actually looking alive in this game. It was looking very rough for him there.
And now the Knights are moving forward without the help of the pikemen.
Yes. They've been released from their shackles. And they're going to go find some more vills.
Brum's in panic mode now as well. Like putting the TC up in the back near the gold.
Yeah.
That's a proper farm. That's a proper farming TC, but that's literally just the Hydra villagers.
Yep.
The Knights are going all over.
Oh. Mangonel in the queue for Noel, who's going to try and use that against the TCs, I suppose, for
okay.
For Brum.
Got a ways to go. That is coming. The mango is cooking, indeed.
The mango's cooking. Oh, and so many vills went down there. The Eco KD is 19-4 in the favour of Noel Gallagher. And there's vills just hiding under that TC, huddling around it for warmth. The TC they just finished building. 19-2 army. And rams now as well. Let's get a forward siege workshop then, Noel, if we're going to go for that. Let's get a forward siege. Because these rams are going to have a very long way to walk indeed.
Mm-hmm.
37 minutes in game. Neither player thinking it out at all. We're stuck in Castle Age for now. Let's see what we can get done there.
A true breakfast thing to do would be actually put the pikemen inside the rams.
Definitely. Why not?
It'd get over the map quicker.
I'd love to see a monastery added for either player, to be fair, but especially Noel. He's got the map control, pick the relics up, heal up your weak knights, convert the camels. Like, there's never a situation where monks don't pay off here.
Ooh, that castle.
Oh my god.
And honestly, like the barracks and the ram play, and kind of like I'm seeing like breakfast more and more, and no.
Breakfast is Noel. No way. Imagine that. Is breakfast capable of losing Land Madness to Dave? That's the real question we should be asking. Oh.
Is breakfast capable of beating the meatball? It kind of looks like it.
Breakfast versus steak. Oh my god.
Breakfast is no what I just quit. Actually true.
Yeah, that would be career ending, I think. Oh my god. Well, Noel is really, really cooking now. This forward castle is going to go up. There's no way that Brum can deny this. Oh my goodness me.
So aggressive. My goodness.
And it's a perfect decision. Knights on the TC in the south, killing all the vills around that one. There's
the mill.
Sheep pop out of the mill. No more income from that option there. And Tarkin's now added from Noel Gallagher from the forward castle. It's all looking good for him, and I think he's going to win this game, Paradox. It's just a matter of time now.
It looks so good. Adding a 4th TC at home just to get on some more stone. There's still loads more pike. Triple barracks and Castle Age. Loads of rams. I've saw breakfast do something like this before, and I feel like not a lot of players will play like this if they're playing Huns. Like, let's be realistic here.
But hang on a sec. It is Brum, steak, or Hallis, because Noel...
I think it's steak.
Do you actually think it's breakfast?
No, I actually did.
Be very careful. I'm being extremely careful in how I phrase this, but it does it not seem unlikely?
I mean, you've no idea who it is. You might have egg. You might have egg in your face.
I might. I probably do right now.
And do you know what? Oh my god, double siege forward. You might deserve to get egged in real life if this is true.
I think that would be a good Land Madness event. The public egging this breakfast.
Kind of think it is.
Oh my god. Well, it's going to be a huge scalp for breakfast if he takes this game and takes this series maybe as well, because Brum, nobody has shown any evidence that Brum is not Steak or Hallis. So breakfast would be having the series of his life here against one of these two top players. It looks like Noel has found a really winning formula here, and it's also going up to the stone with this one knight. It's going to cause absolute havoc on the stone pile. Really good job from Noel there, and the gold. The camels all pulled back. And I think the only thing left is for Noel to dot the I's and cross the T's, get to Imp, push forward all the rounds actually.
There's no way. There's no way he's going in. And the Velkent does check out to be breakfast as well.
Is this Lewis Paradox?
No. I don't think it is. We've not seen a terror rush. And Lewis likes to get to Imp.
Okay. GG is called.
GG.
Brum loses that one. Noel takes it, grasps it with both hands. And breakfast is one game away from the semi-finals.
You mean no?
I mean, no, sorry.
Yeah. Jeez. 2-1, Jesus.
2-1. I think well, I would have thought that most people before today would have thought that Brum was the favourite.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think still technically is.
Well, even in a 2-1 down situation.
Yes.
This was Brum's home map.
Yes.
Like, we still have Regicide Fortress, which Noel Gallagher should be a bit of a pro on, given the Civ draft and the playstyle from the previous series. We still have Migration, which is Noel's home map. So, effectively 2 home maps in Noel's back pocket here.
I mean, if we were thinking it was on the Dave kind of angle, yes, I would say it is 2 very strong options. We do have.
Oh my!
We do have the 2 top civs left for Noel as well, so you're feeling you're feeling not maybe comfortable, but very confident going into these last 2 potential games.
I've just seen the Civ for Regicide Fortress, and I feel that it's a certain player. Brum is a certain player.
Whoever been saying it is, or do you now think it's Hallis?
I think it's Hallis.
I can see Chinese also being a Hallis thing, yeah. I can see it.
I think Hallis played that in the qualies. And I think Hallis, like, Fanji wouldn't play Chinese on Regicide Fortress anymore. You know, Boo wouldn't play Chinese on Regicide Fortress.
Probably not.
I feel like Hallis is the kind of player who would play Chinese on Regicide Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
But Hallis, I mean, is Hallis going to 2-1 down? It could be out of the tournament.
Oof.
Feels unlikely, I guess.
Well, let's find out. I'm paused at 10. Let's get into it.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, doke. Chinese against Bohemians. First pick for Noel, and this is Brum's second pick. So obviously very high up the chain, and Chinese, a very, very strong Regicide Fortress pick. Historically, absolutely nothing wrong with them at all. They have effectively three free villagers. So interesting that Noel's saying yeah. For continue.
What?
Um,
That is such a bait.
interesting. But yeah, the issue with Chinese at the moment is that they Brum? Where's he going? If Brum gets walled in here, be a quick GG.
Yeah, unlikely to happen.
The Vills are coming! The Vills are coming, Paradox! Holy shit. Okay. Oh
See,
my god.
now you've been mind gamed. You would have had to move a Vil from the right hand side as well. Did think about it though.
I mean, it's worth it. You can just completely shut down your entire game plan and kill that with your scout and Vills. Just pull all your Vills and kill it. Holy shit.
I know, right? And both players clearing with the scout. Fours a little bit earlier for Brum in this one. Already going on to gold. 2 villagers there. Same thing for Noel, in fairness.
Mm-hmm.
And what did we see from Noel? Did we not see? It was RF we seen the last time, right?
Well,
Am I misremembering?
I think we did. I remember we saw RF from Brum as humans, and it was that like pixel perfect, like second perfect human build where it's like up to castle, up to imp straight away, no faffing around, insanity against Adele, who was Bohemians actually in that game. I think Noel played Bohemians versus Hermione,
yeah.
but I can't remember the actual Civ matchup.
That was fortified clearing. This was the Bengalis Lithuanians game we referenced earlier.
Oh, that was fortified clearing.
No, that was Regicide Fortress, but the Bohemians Teutons game was on fortified clearing.
Yes.
So
okay.
They played Bengalis on RF.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
And that was like they're going for Raffas for map control, kind of a little bit sloppy with monks, which was kind of odd at the time. When you think of maybe someone like Dave, and like would Dave realistically go Rafa for map control? I don't know.
Oh
it's
my
hard to know
god!
what some people are thinking, but I'm kind of getting more and more into the breakfast vibes here.
Is breakfast? Yeah, but is breakfast 2-1 up against Hallis?
I think breakfast beat Anton in the first round.
You think breakfast? Noel Gallagher beat Atten Hermione?
Yep.
Oh my god! Wait, actually, that is actually. Wait a sec. Is that even possible?
I mean, it is possible because it's a random draw wall. Come on.
No, but is it actually possible? Because then, like, who's Jess the cat? Who's Liam Gallagher?
There are different questions and different answers for different days.
What's Wally was surprised?
That's brutal.
Can't bring ourselves to play. Oh, breakfast. Oh dear.
I'm not on Liam Gallagher Atten hype train. I still can't get over that Land Madness game with the Wolves. That's someone trying very, very hard to roleplay.
Okay, so we went to Feudal Age and went straight to Castle Age in the blink of an eye, to be honest.
Yep.
Both of these players are cooking, you could say. It's actually Stable Blacksmith from Noel Gallagher, and it's Market Blacksmith from Brum. Which is a slight difference in the build. Also, Brum has his 200 stone in the bank nicely. Ready to place 2 TCs when we get to Castle Age. And I guess, yeah, it's the plan with Chinese, right? You just sit back, use the fact that you've got those 3 extra villagers, and boom up, I guess.
Yeah, and Noel's going to have the stone for the second TC as well, so just going to expect the same thing. I do love that Brum took some villagers off the farms. Are we going to see the same thing from Noel? Oh, actually goes monastery. I guess he did make the staple, so that does make sense. So they'll probably just open for the 1 TC here. And it's going to be in the wood line in the left, just taking them off the berries. Okay, only 2 vills on it, so it will take a little while to get up.
Yeah. I guess the game plan from Brum is that he doesn't really care about the relics because the advantage of Chinese is that sick economy into imp, trebs, Chuko news, unrelenting pressure straight away. So the relics, if it gets that far in the game, something's gone wrong for Brum, I guess is the idea.
Brum is going to prioritize relics, despite being the Civ that gets gold shaft mining for free.
Ooh, yes, a good point. Really good point. Like, Bohemians have a really nice timing attack as well. There's nothing wrong with Bohemians. They get the chemistry and castle age, so you can start bombard cannoning straight away. But yeah, like you say, it does go for that relic investment, actually getting further, which helps the monks and the villagers. So we'll pick the relics up and gather his food faster.
So goes monk fervor. That's a gamer play.
Monk get up behind. But yeah, this is the Chinese economy. So far
Hasn't took the villager off the stone. As Noel.
Ooh. Yeah, still
so
long distancing.
So it tells me like they have a rough, like they know what they're doing on the bell drive, but then didn't take the villager back off the stone. So not like complete and utter precision with the villagers. You know what I mean? Like in terms of a build order. I feel like a more experienced player would take the bell off.
Oh, Paradox. You're cooking me, man.
You're nervous. You're feeling very nervous.
I'm nervous. I am so nervous. Oh, God. It's breakfast,
maybe once
guys.
4 TC. Yeah. Might be saving up for it. 4 TC's on the way. 3 TCs are absolutely going for Brum now. 23 farms. Has heavy plow. Doesn't have wheelbarrow yet, but should be expecting it to come in soon. And like Chinese can definitely hit a time in on RF. Like there's a reason they were the go-to Civ for like many years on this map.
Yeah.
Like Castle Age chemistry is really nice for Bohemians. You're gonna get the bomber cannons nice and fast as well, provided you can catch up. But we're already 10 vills behind.
Yeah, this is the thing. And heavy plows already in, so these Chinese farms have a ton of extra food on them. Wheelbarrow coming in as well. Only got 1 relic so far. Good point, Hottie. So the investment, is it all that worth it? Potentially not. The monk did die to that starting scout, and it just runs back to the castle and heals itself up. Thank you very much. I'll come back to try and take some more monks in the future. But yeah, Brum looks to be in cruise control, to be honest. It feels like Brum has done this build with Chinese on RF many times in the past and isn't really breaking a sweat, to be honest. Very comfortable in the game plan.
Handcart, minute 16.
My goodness.
Yeah, and Brum's going to be absolutely popping off.
Yeah. So the question is, I guess, then, Paradox, as 100 Stone does come into the bank for Noel, so he could go for the 4th PC if he wanted to. That's the word nearly as well. We saw from Bohemians in this set, it was Bohemians versus Cubans in Adele versus Brum set, and we saw the Bohemians try and go for the Hussite wagon. Obviously, Noel's not going for that. What are the other options? I mean, the Pike Hufnitsche is an option.
I think you're just trying to delay to the Halb Hufnitsche. Like if you get to that, you can Yeah, you're pretty much golden.
So it's just surviving that initial attack, which is actually almost imminent. Look at this res. Holy moly. Imp's on the way, and this is going to be a very, very fast Imperial Age, which Noel's going to have to contend with. Imp is close for Noel already, but a little bit further behind, and already 1,000 res ahead. And there we go, Imp comes in for Noel. So be close behind.
10 bells behind, though. We didn't see that 4th TC from Noel. There's finally a mining camp on stone now as well. Of course, we already have the mining upgrades, so that's stone will come in nice and fast. And they're not making chooks from the castle as of yet. So it looks like it is going to be ARB. And that kind of tells me more and more like something that's what Hallis would do.
Ah, not Juco news.
Juco
Oh, here's
news
some swag wagons actually. A lone
the
Hussite wagon.
We are getting some chooks.
Okay.
They're going to get mixed in.
Guess that makes sense. Just to because you want trebs from the castles too, right? So you want to
Yeah.
diversify a little bit your army. And these bills can come forward and build a castle after they finish this house. I mean, Noel has the res to go imp again. Have we got chemistry coming in? I didn't see it. No university. Aye. That's a bit of a blunder. I think.
No, there's one up.
Oh, is there? Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here's chemistry.
Okay,
It's going to be a bit late. A little bit late.
Oh. Okay, the food truck is still there. 7 villagers isn't enough.
It's ridiculous how little damage this takes.
I mean, the chicken doesn't do, like, considering it's 1v1, the chicken is actually doing not bad damage.
2 Hussite wagons now. Is this castle going to get denied? Oh my god.
And Noel's actually sending bells to repair. That is actually such a gamer play. That is such a gamer play. Repairing the Hussite. I absolutely love it.
That is huge. That's actually huge. There's a scout cav in there now for Brum, so that first Hussite wagon does die, but the castle has been stalled. This is very, very important timing that Brum is missing out on. And chemistry's in now. We've got 2 bombard cannons in the queue. This is huge for Noel.
Here comes the villagers from Brum.
Yeah, he's recognised that. Just needs to go up, get those trebs rolling out. It has 500 stone in the bank, but the first treb shot to be fired is actually from Noel, not Brum. So that's big, because the Bohemians should be a stronger civ now than the Chinese, I feel.
Yeah, let's see. I was preparing some pikemen as well. Seeing the tech come in, but no more buildings. 2 bomber cannons out. We also have 2 siege workshops. You're going to get fledged in. That'll help with the castle. And
Future res
just
as well.
And might be banking for it.
Ooh, what happened actually? He sold 1,000 food for 500 gold. What?
Oof. What? I'm thinking the same thing. Huh? That was that. Okay, there was a buying of wood beforehand. I wonder if it was a misclick.
Honestly, that is the only thing that makes sense. I don't know why we're selling 1,000 food. You could buy it back. Like, you could just buy it straight back, right?
Yeah, but then you're kind of like sunken cost at that point.
Yeah, but this is a bit dicey now because, well, it's massively housed. I have to rush up some houses, but okay, goes for Halb tech first. This castle is going to die. Brum will be very upset actually at the way this has played out because of that Hussite wagon. The push has completely not gone as planned, and the timing which Brum achieved, which is a very good timing, was matched very well by Noel. And now it's looking kind of awkward. And this is why Chinese, I guess, aren't quite as favoured as they were back in the day, because they're just not a particularly strong late game civ. They haven't got that much going for them. They've got halves, they've got trebuchets, they've got arbs, but they haven't got anything as ridiculously strong as the Hufniche.
No, which hasn't been prioritized here by Noel.
Well, this is it. Sold all the food. This is more some farms now. But yeah, it's still nor bombard cannons. Like, you could just go bombard cannons, but he's not prioritizing that either.
Still 4 trebs there though from Brum. And like
Yeah,
Noel's
4
in a
trebs
real
4 trebs.
Noel's in a bit of a danger now. I feel like. Okay, buying food. Okay, Hufniche's on the way now.
Okay, yeah.
He is actually in danger here. Like the game somehow getting out of his control. Like he's pop camped at the moment. If you lose the castle, it'd be very easy for you to lose that other space. Okay, how's Zar going up in the back? 4 trebs is that's. I could easily. This castle could easily go down. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. That's to
Need
get his
repair
own
belts.
Ooh, the spare builds are sent out now, but it's a bit late. The castle's already half HP. Masonry did come in, which will help a little bit. Chemistry on the way now for Brum. The Chinese don't get bombard cannons, so just before those arbalests, the castle goes down. That's so bad for Noel, because the army is 54 to 18. So yes, Hufniche will come in. It does take a long time to come in though, so it might actually not come in before these arbalests can get to work. But yeah, like there's 52 arbalests and 3 Chukonu here.
Noel doesn't have enough. Noel does not have enough.
Yeah.
He's in real danger here, losing this.
All the bombards are going to die though. This is really rough. This is what Brum was waiting for. Jebs have packed up and run away again, all moving as one. And ballistics actually was teched first, then chemistry. So the Vils will die to these crossbow shots, these arbalest shots. Jebs just pack up and move on to the next target. What, 200 pop versus 136? What can Noel do here? It's just simply out-popped. All the relics pop out.
What is the relics? I'd love to see a forward monastery from Brum to try and chance it to pick up some. Noel is going to be looking for some Hufniche shots here and does get a couple.
Yep, stagger formation from Brum. Very timely, because there could have been way more losses there.
Taking out the siege shop, so it's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
From Brum.
Yeah.
Going after the TC now, because he wants to be able to die with his arms.
Yep. And these Hufniche are just resting underneath those for the time being. Elite Skirm teched, ballistics as well, and bracer for Noel. So he's going to try and make some skirms to get out of this one. The Hufniche continue to take some good trades against the Arbalest, who have to keep moving. Siege shop does go down, but these Hufniche now are quite exposed. Taking some great shots though, to be fair. There's lots of res in the bank to continue to make skirmishes with.
But the res bank is also very good for Brum.
True.
Like they can continue to just make more and more arbs. They're already taking the neutral golds around the map as well. The trebs are going to move forward here. I'd love to see some more forward ranges. You can see there's only one here. Noel doesn't have enough. Quite frankly, I just don't think he has enough. He has to make more siege shops in the back now.
Yeah, and these skirmishes, well, they've not even got the first armor, sorry. So they are quite weak. The Hufniche are doing a good job, and actually the army numbers have completely evened up for a little bit, but, well, Arbalest continuing in production. I see Brum use these trebs. He might as well get them going. I guess he doesn't want them to die to the Hufniche, so he doesn't want to unpack them. And it's going to be light cav bloodlines teched in for Brum as well now, to add to the Chinese choice of options.
Noel is trying to stall.
He is trying to stall. He's obviously good at doing this. This is how he likes to play Imperial Age. Soak pressure and soak pressure. And it's working for the time being. It's actually scared Brum off a little bit. Does Brum see he sees the flag on that tower. They could try and go for the king snipe.
And honestly, if you unpack the traps and you one-hit it, you could have the arbs there, but you'd probably get flattened by the time you do get there.
Yeah. That's a
Okay,
castle
last
to the
arch
north.
armor knight.
He's gold.
Okay. Yeah, don't mind that one. The res bank is super nice.
Guilds. Okay, let's go. Noel Gallagher is ready to play a long one here. So obviously would be a potential game 5 or a series win for Noel Gallagher. So a lot hanging on this one. The Hoofniche takes some nice shots on those Arbalest. Oh my god. And the Arbalest carry on running forward, but they've got to run away from these Hoofniche. Lightcap are not going to do enough. There's Halb there. And the Skirmishers with last armor in now are going to take great trades against these Arbalest, and Brum has to run away. Oh my god.
Oh. Trebs take a big hit from the Hoofniche.
Ooh, yes, good spot.
And another one.
Lightcap finding some value now. Last armor on those. And it's really opened up, actually. It was looking extremely good for Brum. But the dying embers of the push, to be honest, Brum has just run out of steam, and now Noel is looking in a great position. These 4 Hoofniche are worth their weight in gold. One of them does go down to the Arbalest shots. Lightcap probably needs some more in the queue. More stables as well. The red's collected, pretty even for both players. Sanctity comes in for the monks. So the monks are going to pick up the relics, move them back, get that relic gold trickle coming in again. But the Hoofniche now starting to die to Lightcap, and Brum is going to start pushing forward again. As the Trebuchets take out another tower and work away on the ranges and gates and fortifications in Noel's base. He's really low on it might become a wood game. Like Noel's running very low on wood in his base.
Yeah, it does have the castle in the meantime. I felt like Noel was stabilizing, but now I'm kind of now feeling like he's starting to lose control again. Like almost stalled enough to buy himself back into the game. He had 7 Hoofniche like a minute ago. He now has 0, and that might be all she wrote.
The Hoofniche were the thing which Brum was struggling against, and he's absolutely not worried about skirms, halves, or anything else. It's just those Hoofniche which are slowing him down, and now the Hoofniche are dead. 63-7 army, and I think, Paradox, we will be in a game 5 situation.
It's looking very likely
between Brum and Noel Gallagher here, which is pretty huge, to be honest. Brum is Hallis, says Hottie. Well, in that case, Noel is having an absolute blinder of a series. And here we go, goes to the tower. It gives the our first King Snipe.
Where is it?
The King pops out. Is on the run. And it dies. And Brum is victorious. GG. And the King goes down, and that signifies game number 5 in this series. Oh boy.
It's way too high pop to be ACCM. Come on. There's about 70 pop. Too much there to be the ACCM shout. What a game from Brum. Brum is zooming about.
Yep, Brum is on the move. So Brum lost Land Madness, 1 Fortress. Noel 1 Cup. Okay. So game 5 then will be on migration. And it's Mongols or Portuguese against Italians or Hindustanis.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
Italians.
Portuguese and Italians. Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yes. Hang on a sec. I can't have one all of those. Bohemian slots.
I think that's Portuguese versus Italians. It's a massive game, 2 each. We still can't really work. We thought this was stake at the beginning of the series, now we're kind of like dovetailing towards Hallis, and we're thinking like Dave, and now we're kind of feeling like it actually could be the Brecky.
Oh, I'm really worried that I've completely shat on Breakfast all tournament, and Breakfast is 2-all against Hallis in the quarterfinals. I hope it is him, because he deserves it. Like, he deserves it considering how rude I've been. I feel bad. Poor Brecky.
Wow.
Oh, deserve the world. Well, Breakfast, if it is you, you're one game away, and Paradox and pause at 10 seconds. Let's get going in this one.
Yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, guys. Brum 2, Noel Gallagher 2. We knew before this series began it was going to be a close one. I didn't think it would be quite this close. It feels like either player could win this, to be honest. I think Brum was probably the bookies' favourite coming into the series. Even when he was 2-1 down, Paradox said that still looking pretty good in the series, but it all changes in Game 5 when your back is against the wall. You have to be on your A game in this best-of-1 scenario. And also the thing is, Brum is playing as Portuguese, Noel Gallagher is playing as Italians, which is a really, really strong civ. Especially in the hands of someone as talented as Noel Gallagher. So let's see how we go for this one.
Stop overcompensating. Jesus Christ. You're absolutely at it.
You like that one?
Italians though and Warlords are the really, really bad win percentage, like 10% at games.
Oh really?
So there's something going on with Italians right now, and yeah, and of course they're getting played on like water. Oh, and the deer goes back for Noel. But like water and like hybrid maps, they did not have a good record at all. Like most of the games on migration, and for some reason it just wasn't clicking.
I don't understand why. The cheaper age ups, really nice bonus. The dock techs, obviously you want to get those. Having those cheaper is really nice. The monks are good. You know, the university is great. You want the ballistics and so on. Like it's all just should be great for Italians. So Portuguese, on the other hand, they've got strong. The organ guns are quite nice at killing villagers in the center, I suppose. That's a nice one. And the ships having more HP helps you win those initial fights. Definitely no slouches on water, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like it will come down to the skill of the players here, to be honest. They've shown that they can go toe-to-toe with each other. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, and 2 villagers going to shortfish here for Noel. A little bit of wastage on the deer because we got 2 deer underneath the TC. I think all the deer are already. No, still 1 more coming for Brum. Okay. Brum has a lot of Vels on wood very early.
I was thinking that. Is that the plan? You know, you go 8 on wood? Feels unusual, and also the house is too close to TC there.
But that tells me more just like a fast cast away from Brum, and we just want to get a lot of fish out.
Okay. Well, can be risky against Italians because the cheaper age ups mean they can actually get a very nice feudal time off. If they come forward with galleys, kill all your fish, suddenly a fast castle is going to be not so fast, and also they can stop you migrating to the central island. So fast casting, I feel, is very risky.
But the rush distance is just so long. So like, let's say we do. Let's just compare the res collected. Like let's say 10 minutes. And like,
Okay.
if there's a big difference in approach here, and which there is going to be because Noel's up,
Yep.
like the damage is already done by the time the galleys are got there dancing around because there's just so much more res collected from the fish.
Yeah.
Like it,
yeah. Okay.
Like it doesn't even matter if you lose like half of them.
No. Well, I suspect Brum will lose half of them, or all of them. But yeah, let's see the difference. Let's check in at 15 or 17 minutes and see what the res are looking like. Currently, it's 4 fishing ships for both, but Brum is still adding them, so we'll continue to work his way up on that fishing ship count, and also the mining camp on the gold, and 2 vills out on berries. I guess they're going to try and make a mill as well. So yeah, like you say, if the fast castle with the mill, you can make a market when you get to feudal age, which obviously is a nice thing to do in a fast castle build. Second
Some
dock
extra wood.
for Noel.
It's going to be nice as well for that from Portuguese.
Yep, definitely.
I'll streamline things a little bit. The second dock is up, and it should just be feudal aggression here.
I've built the docks quite close together, which makes it hard to maximise the potential from the fish, because the fish, it's quite a lot of fish around your starting island, but it's quite spread out, so typically you want to have your docks slightly wider, I think. At least that's what I was told. It goes for 3 docks. Okay, so yeah, 2 galleys in the queue already, and the 3rd dock I assume is on the way to make more galleys even than that. And Brum is slowed down now. 7 fish seems to be the magic number for Brum. And now he's just going to go up to feudal age, and I guess try and go to castle age shortly after that, but he's quite a way off on the food count at the moment. Fish will
Brum?
make short work of it. Yeah, Brum is quite a far way off, isn't he?
I think Brum's fine.
Okay. Let's see. Got the
Gonna have
3
like,
bills ready to...
gonna have like 100 wood to sell and play with as well if you really want to, but there's a lot of bells on the berries. That fish is gonna drop off a load of food. I think he's fine. It's full galleys from Noel here. I have seen players just trickle in some galleys, maybe add like 4 of them, and then go back to adding in more fish, which I think could honestly made a lot of sense for Italians with a cheaper age up. But Noel's going in on the galley play, and not really seen a lot of success with it, I'm afraid. And Brum's already adding in fires now.
Yep, and clicks castle age. There we go. So the fires, obviously the massive defender's advantage on this map. So the fishing ships have to run away, but yeah, like you said, actually this is panning out quite rough for the galley player, and fire pops out, gets to work straight away. Only 2 galleys means it's very easy for the fire ship micro, but there is no micro. The galleys have to hit and run, or just run away, but the fire galley can just chase for as long as it needs to. The galleys do not group up, so it has to be a bit more expensive.
And honestly, from what I've seen, like 7 fishing ships is actually on the low side for like these FC plays. I see a lot of players be going up for like 10 fish, like no problem.
Okay.
But maybe a little bit scared with the uptime. And thinking I'll make sure I invest early into fires and I keep these guys safe and sound and took no damage pretty much so far. Very little enemy on these fish. And with 4 fires out already, 4 galleys going to be on the way soon. It's going to be tricky from Noel, but the mark is on the way as well. And is Noel going to sell stone?
Ooh, that is a decision to make sooner rather than later. I suppose castle age comes in, 4 galleys straight away.
Snipes a bill, nice.
Ooh, that is nice. Yeah. No chance of any migration happening at the moment because of the galley presence there, but I think that will be somewhat short-lived because war galleys should change this fight dynamic quite a lot. Here we go. The fire ships are much stronger than fire galleys, and I think these galleys now go from
go for the fish.
yeah, go for the fish. They switch their target rather than killing the fire ships. They're now solely focused on flying that fish. They do get half of them, 3 out of the 7. But now has to run away. So do we continue to see an investment in galleys? Indeed we do, actually. And they're coming down the right-hand side, which is the way that Brum is now pathing. No, actually ahead in resources collected by 500.
Yeah, looking good at the moment.
And they actually have the transport ship for Noel on the way, but Brum is yet to go for that.
Are the galleys pathing bad? Four villagers. Scout gonna go over from Noel. I think
Looks
that
like
the transport is just. I thought it was going forwards there, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
Very
Gonna
easy
load
to
up.
lose track of your transport.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Annoying
Brum's
unit
not
to
even over
micro.
yet.
Yeah, well here we go. Now the transport's on the way now for Brum. These fire ships have done some good damage, but the KD is 12-1 in Noel's favour, so they're definitely not quite paid for themselves just yet. Actually, Noel's going to escape here with a lot of galleys alive. Like, Brum doesn't want to let the galleys have a build up into a huge ball. He needs to get some good trades in, but he's busy focusing down. He's microing his transport ship, I assume. In the meanwhile, he's taking a very bad fight on water here. But okay, here we go. Niall gets his units firing. There's so many weak galleys in here. There's 12 galleys with a combined HP of less than half their total.
They're pretty much dead. Didn't make any more fish. There's a demo behind. Okay.
That's a good call.
Goes insta TC. There's no. Okay.
We're still not across, right? Oh, okay, we are across. Oh boy, we are across, but have we got Loom? No, we don't.
No.
Oh, so loses the bill.
Oof.
And he's going to find the TC here. Sees TC. So has to back away. I guess he could go for a siege workshop, but no, places the TC of his own. Doesn't want to get too crazy in game 5 here. But the galleys have got a nice little mass behind them. And this is really kind of dicey here for Brum, because the Italians have already got the presence. One good news for Brum is that he's on the hill. Or he's not actually quite on the hill, but there's a hill between them, which is much closer for Brum. The Italians have the presence there forward.
Yeah, pretty much on the hill though. Like, you could put the castle just to the left-hand side of the TC and comfortably do it because it's just so close to the TC. Some more bells are being shuttled over. Still no Loom for Noel now. I wonder if Noel forgets.
Well, maybe, right? There's 11 fire ships to 12 war galleys. That's not going to be a good fight for the war galleys if the fires all act in unison. But if they're just going in one by one, it's going to be a great fight for the war galleys. Where the fire galleys are going to the corner. The micro from...
It is good to be the king.
Oh my goodness, the micro from Noel is really good. Microing down these fire ships one by one. And he's taken a great engagement there. Monastery is already getting relics in the bank for Noel. And he has enough wood for a siege workshop. And I guess he can just go for that. Oh, but right, I see. Sorry, Paradox. I see what you're saying. The castle from Brum. That is the play. That is the play that he's going to go for here. And he's just winning that race. But it's very close as to who's going to get that castle down first. 680. He's got the stone. He bought 100 stone. Here we go. He's going to place it, but that outpost is actually clutch because it denies the position.
I think it's moved to the left. Yeah.
Maybe it's left slightly.
And you can't monk trick anymore, so that won't be happening here. But the monks are out of position anyway. And I think,
Oh boy.
oh boy, and there's no
This is
limb,
risky.
I believe. Still no limb? No, there's limb now. Okay, 12 versus 11. Head start's been too big.
Yes, it has. The head start is a half. Like he's. Oh my god! As Noel's getting to
That's
halfway,
a massive throw from Noel. That's a massive throw.
has to target the one's building though.
Oh my god, trying to bait the castle fire.
Is it going to complete? I think it completes. I think it completes.
At what cost, Walt?
At what cost?
It does.
Oh my god! It can hit the TC from there. What?
And instant petards getting loaded up.
Yep, definitely for both players. Actually, Noel's slightly ahead in the petard race. Okay.
Oh my god.
This is huge. This is huge. There we go. First petard for Brum. The bill sent out to try and bash it down, and the siege workshop's gonna build some rams. Oh boy. Brum took the bills out of the castle. And the petard passed badly because of the siege workshop, and now suddenly Noel's got a bit of an advantage here, it feels like.
Oh my god, the castle isn't hitting the petard. The petard's gonna hit. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is what game 5 is going to be decided on. Petard micro around the two castles touching each other. Petard's uphill, that's a good point. That's a good point. Petard's uphill for Noel, whereas the downhill for Brum if he puts him out the right hand side. Oh my god.
Two rams
Paradox.
queued up.
Yeah.
This game is on a knife's edge, and that TC's going down.
I cannot believe
And
that.
Brum as well.
It can only just hit it, but it's doing so much damage. All the units garrisoned inside.
Oh, and the villagers are popped out down below.
They're repairing.
Nothing can be done about that.
Petard
The
pops
HP
out
is
as
going back
well.
up.
Oh my
The Rams
god,
are gonna make a
Petard's
huge
taking down the
difference.
siege workshop. Brum's going to lose
Yeah.
this castle.
100%.
And Noel's surrounding the island forward. He's already taken out some of the docks and the houses as well. Brum's entire focus has been on this castle, but it's a losing fight, and now his focus switches. Because he's got to build the TCs elsewhere, but Paradox. Noel's going to take this castle, and does that mean he takes the game? Castle goes down. The castle goes down, and his castle's full HP. Genoese crossbowmen added now, and we've got a situation where there's a siege workshop in the central island, and Genoese crossbowmen and monks. And on the other player's central island, we've got two TCs with nothing around them, and a siege workshop which has no res to build a Magmel with. So, like, Noel can go to Imp, or he can go for Redemption. He can choose what he wants to do here. He's got another castle.
Noel can go
in
for another
Stonewood.
castle. Yeah, he can go for another castle wall.
Oh boy,
that
it's
stone
the
has been
Mangonel on
banged.
queue now.
And he can go for Imp.
Yes, he can. Of course, Italians. The Imp is cheaper, so we click Imp, and we've got the castle coming down. There's two rams, which have to be taken care of. The Mangonel's going to pop out.
And that kills the bells from the castle.
Ooh, does this castle complete for Noel, actually? This is a bit risky. There's no redemption.
The mine goes out now. Okay, actually kind of baits with the monks.
Oh my god. This is game 5. This is game
Has to do-
5.
Has to do some Bill funny shenanigans. He's gonna get it up without too many losses as well. That's actually really nice for Noel.
Okay. Well, rinse and repeat then. The castle's both complete. However, there's a crucial difference.
GG!
And GG is called because Noel's on the way to Imp, and I cannot believe it. Noel Gallagher through to the semi-finals after such a ridiculous series. Breakfast is through.
Well, we'll see about that.
We will see. We will see. But
that's-
that is a big upset, I think, because Brum was looking so calm and collected and just very, very strong against Adele. Noel had a slight wobble against Hermione on that Land Madness game with the Hindustanis, taking the victory there. But 2-3 is the final score, and Noel Gallagher takes the series and goes through the winner of the set. That is amazing.
It, none of it makes any sense.
Oh, what a brilliant tournament! Like, it's so entertaining to see that, and I do not know who we've just seen beat who anymore. I feel like Hallis would be the prediction to win the whole thing. So, have we not seen Hallis? Like, if it wasn't Hallis, does that mean it's Stake?
This is a proper spanner in the works. It really is.
Like, has one of Hallis or Stake gone out in the quarterfinals to someone who's not Boo or Hallis? Because I think everyone's comfortable that Noel isn't Boo or Hallis, right?
Yeah, I think so. Noel equals Boo.
Or Darvoy, right? Like, or someone really, really strong like that. Like, one of the contenders to win the whole thing.
I don't know, I don't get Boo vibes from Noel. But it
Noel could be Boo.
I don't get those vibes, but it could be...
Oh, Noel could be Boo. Wait, actually, Noel could be Boo. Hang on a sec.
I mean, it could be. And, like, Boo for me has been a very difficult one to actually pinpoint. Because I feel like there's a few drafts that are very similar.
Noel is Cappy?
Well, this is the thing. There's this love triangle between Boo, Cappy, and Dave, and I think it's very hard to, like, pinpoint who's who. And it's like Noel, Danny, and Angel. I can't work out who's who between those three. And I have like the love triangle going on for them. I don't know what to think now.
Oh boy.
My head's fried.
Well, okay. Put it this way. I think everybody... We're not going to see any more of Adele in the tournament. But I'm pretty sure everyone agreed that was Richard. So somebody has 3-0'd someone else who is generally agreed to be Richard, and then gone on to lose 3-2 to a different player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that different player has to be an absolute beast. Because 3-0ing Richard is no mean feat, and Richard played really well. It wasn't that Richard was having a particularly off day. Like, the Spanish Amazon Tunnel game was very Richard vibes. Like, it was a kind of strat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, looked pretty solid, and it's a good strat. It's not a troll at all. It's just quite Richardy to do that. Brum seemed very aware of what to do, soaked the pressure, and pushed back the Turks. But then in this series, like, the Burgundians and so the wins actually came on RF and Fortified Clearing for Brum, and Noel took the wins on the maps like Land Madness. Noel won, which was a map which he lost on versus Hindustanis last time. Looked pretty shaky, a little bit shaky.
Ugh, doesn't feel like Boo things as well, but maybe a bit outgunned in terms of service.
Well, Bohemians is not being outgunned.
I mean, like, Chinese still have a very good time in there on RF.
Yeah, but is Boo not? Is Boo missing chemistry when he gets to Imp? You know, like.
No, like I don't think the gameplay like strikes me as Boo gameplay. That's the thing. Like, is Boo moving all of his units together on Land Madness? Once he's like literally doing that to like troll us.
Does Breakfast do that?
I have seen Breakfast do that before.
Oh my god. Breakfast is going to be in the
So
semi-finals, and I've been saying he couldn't even take a game off Dave.
And I'm really confused.
Oh god.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, well, this is one of the 4 series this week, and if they're all this good, it's going to be an absolute banger of a week. But yeah, I'll let you go, Paradox. Obviously, you got to get bed soon. Yeah, do you have any final things to say or any predictions for who is who? And also tomorrow we've got Basil versus Danny Dyer.
I think that's right. I don't have anything else to say. I cannot speak. If I speak, I am in trouble.
If you speak in big trouble, okay, fair enough.
It was a good set.
It was a really good set. Okay.
It was a very good set.
Thanks for commentating, and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock. And thanks again, everyone, for watching. Spanners have been thrown in the works there. So hopefully that will sort itself out as we get to the next series, and we can try and decipher what just happened there. But yeah, amazing stuff and great stuff. Great games today. Well played to the players, whoever they are. Yeah, see you all tomorrow for some more quarterfinal action.